ready. Happ is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch swung on and driven out to deep center field. Going back, Gardner still back. It's over his head. One hop up against the wall. Garcia starts off the game with a double on the first pitch. Well, let's check out of Gardner, and here's Tim Anderson. And he is hitting .514.
He's leading the world.
100. So he likes being a dad.
He's got new incentive. Got a little one at home, huh?
Swing and a miss. And Anderson down on strikes. Why don't we take a look at the Yankees deep? Here is the veteran Jose Abreu. And there's a strike.
Well, you see Happ, you know, when he gets...
Blocked beautifully by Romine. Like about a 55. 1-1. Abreu 3 for his last 26. The White Sox bring a 5.
Strange. That's coming out of spring training. You're used to it, but all of a sudden, like, you know, this it's the everyday season. Trying to get up and in there. He loves to pitch up in the strike zone.
Count 3-2. Yankees. Swing and a tip into the glove of Romine. A strikeout of Abreu, too. Is married to Alonso's sister.
Tried to go in through the back door to
get it didn't work.
Chato deal didn't quite work, huh?
And they tried. They trickles away from Romine, but staying put. Must have clipped the outside corner. 2-1.
Raindrops. That's how clear it is, huh?
Three and 1. And he's not going to come for a while. There's a base hit through the left side. Garcia rounds third. He'll score. Alonso picks up an RBI single. The White Sox are on the board. It's 1-0.
You get two big strikes.
Moncada. Now I need you to interpret numbers for me, okay? Moncada led to that. Was Chris Davis of the Orioles with 56 looking? Does that talk about a guy who's just tentative or what?
I think he's guest hitter.
Okay.
You know, a lot of time to get out of your own way.
He does not have one strikeout looking so far in the early going. On Moncada. Fouled away. He's third in the American League with 30. They were getting 319, 3 homers and 13 ribbies. Fly ball left field. Clint Frazier is there and makes the play for the final out of the inning. But the White Sox get 1 run on 2 hits with 1 man. And the pitch. Upstairs 1-0. Popped up. Moncada makes the play. 1 away, and let's take a look at the pitcher scout. One 1-0. And that's where he hits it. Backhanded there by Anderson. Sets and fires in the dirt. And Abreu cannot come up with the scoop.
It's in a long.
Oh, 0-1.
Look at that play.
And 1-2. So Giolito was a first-round pick in 2012 by the National. 2-2. 3-2. And a walk.
He's going to go for the no-go with Aaron Judge. I don't think.
Call back.
Evans.
McCann shifts to his right. 1-1. One and two. Two and two.
Giolito fastball.
Counted full at 3-2. And he walked him. Bases loaded on an E6. There's a strike. Now with Moncada playing off of third, that allows Judge to really. 0-2. One and two. One, two. Line foul. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Bird down on strikes, 2 away. Big strikeout for Giolito. Take a look. Who's Hot? Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes to save you. One and one.
Giolito's
1-1. 2-1. I mean, Giolito is Steve Traxel slow on the mound.
I wasn't going to bring that up, Mike.
Wow.
I'll let you take care of it.
He's ready to hit. Throw the ball. Line drive, right field. It is a base hit. Judge scores. Voigt's coming home. The throw is cut off before it goes to third. Voigt will score. Torres is in a rundown.
Don't get hurt.
And he gets tagged out. But a big base hit to the delight of the crowd.
Pretty good base running thing to draw the throw. Because from the hit, the ball off the bat is short as Yankee Stadium. Throw, stop, let the run score, and then start directing some traffic.
I'm not quite sure what. I think he's like waving LeMahieu as if, you know, I'll get tagged out, you advance a bag. But if he gets tagged out, he's out. Inning's over.
We would have those run days. He thought he was going to get out of it. Wanted LeMahieu to get back to first base.
Jimenez pops one up. And Romine runs out of room. Eloy Jimenez, 2026. So that deal could take him through age 29. He's 22 years old, from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, the White Sox organization is not going to do something like that.
Fly ball shallow right, and it's going to dunk in front of Judge.
Without knowing the talent this guy brings to the plate. A little blooper right there off the end of the bat. Kind of a five-year rebuild to where they're a competitive team.
Pitches high to James McCann. It's their worst record through 11 games since the start of the 1997 season. Also, they started 3-8 that year.
Late. See, that's a swing and a miss, but that ball's supposed to.
Swing and a miss. McCann down on strikes.
Hap going. He's a big part of this rotation. He needs to start throwing the ball well and become, you know, who he was when he got here last year.
1-1. Two and one. White Sox have 3 hits.
You imagine opening day, Michael, not in the lineup, but you know, Aaron Boone.
Popped up, right field. Right there is Judge to make the play for the second out. And you against the Orioles in Baltimore. The longest he's gone. And one thing the Yankees, it's not realistic.
Well, Mike, we've been spending a lot of time together. I think I said that a few days ago. Did you just steal that from me?
You said
the more pictures you put out there, I know some of them are great, but chances are somebody's not going to have their stuff. I'm hoping you got your stuff tonight.
I know some people keep score at home, so let me give you Torres was. Runner goes 3-2. Grounded sharply and off the glove of Urshela for a base hit. He will retrieve the ball near the tarp. Moving to third is Jimenez. As Engel, big batter for Happ. Second and third, 2 outs. Popped up. Let's see if it stays in play. Bird is there. Makes the play, and that will do it in the second. No runs, 2 hits. And 2-0. What do you think, Paul? Tougher for the batter or the pitcher in this rain?
Much more for the batter. I'm down, but you know, it looks much worse than it is. It's kind of a drizzle. I'll tell you one thing, if I had an option as a player to play in this or to sit in.
And a walk to Clint Frazier to start off the second inning.
Yeah, I got you by 5 minutes.
Did you?
5:25. Now you want to hear an interesting 32 starts.
Worst ERA, right?
All right. Their team records were the same. That both teams were 14 and 18. When G so excited to talk about it, I brought it out earlier.
1-2. Lined into right center field. It is a base hit, and that's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. Frazier hustling to third. They will hold him up. Urshela gets himself a double. Yankees set up second, third, nobody out.
This is what Aaron
Sanchez on the 10-day IL.
You know what that?
Not even with the bag. 1-1. Two and one.
Giolito trying to keep the ball in on runs in these situations. Know that you're going to be in there.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. Frazier scores. They'll hold Urshela at third. It's an RBI single for Romine. 3-1 Yanks. He likely worries as much about rain as any farmer. Fly ball center field, tagging Urshela. See if it's deep enough. Engel makes the catch, and Engel comes up throwing. Urshela stays put at third. So not deep enough off the bat of Gardner. Line to left field. It is caught out there by Jimenez. Tagging is Urshela, and a rainbow throw home. So Urshela scores. It's a sac line drive for Judge, and it's 4-1.
Runs that go a long way at 106, 108.
That's the 8th ribby of the season for Judge. Oh, 0-2. Right side of the infield is open as Abreu is holding on Romine. Ground foul. White Sox about hit the
Trips off that bill of the helmet.
swing and a miss as Voit down on strikes. But the Yankees scored 2 runs. 2 hits.
25 off the tee, but really the biggest test for him will be how that shoulder responds as he continues to throw and increase the intensity to the shoulder. Also, Giancarlo Stanton is hitting off a tee and a cage as well, so he's progressing a little bit too, Michael.
A base hit for Anderson, extending his hitting streak to 9 straight. Well, stay right there, Meredith, because I've got more questions.
Uh-oh, there's a long list on the IL. I have a feeling you're going to go through it.
Well, not
Today, the Yankees have not released any information relating to that MRI. I imagine we'll have that post-game on yes, but not a good sign for Betances if you remember back to
IL.
He was a little bit surprised. They had him get an MRI as a precautionary measure, and he didn't think it would show anything. It did, in fact, show a slight strain of that 10 days, and then he'll be back here on the field with the Yankees. But he said the first game in Houston was a little bit of an issue. He does not think that pinch hitting made it worse by any stretch of the imagination. This is something that the Yankees are really being proactive about. Back in baseball shape, he essentially needs to go through an entire spring training, and typically spring training is about 5 or 6 weeks. He probably won't need that much time. He's with where he's at right now, so the Yankees are expecting him to go out there and battle, compete on the mound.
Good stuff. Thank you, Meredith. It's amazing. I mean, you keep
Through the Yankees system, will be facing off against CC Sabathia, and CC Sabathia is one of the guys that really took him under his wing when he first got up here. He actually took him out.
So 1-1 count on Yonder Alonso. 2-1.
You got connection too, you know that?
2-2. Grounded softly to first. Play is made at first for the second out as Anderson moves to third. Did you ever come close to stealing home?
Like on my own to try to beat a pitcher, no.
Popped up and out of play. 2. Moncada with a fly ball to left in the first. Rip foul as Anderson had to do a dance.
Uh-oh, we got 2 errors down there. We're playing the big leagues catch the ball.
Fly ball, fairly deep left center. Going back, Gardner, and he makes the play for the final out. No runs a hit, no errors. 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. And Tuesday's game with the Red Sox will be right here on Pix 11.
Did you ever think that the first, no other way to put it?
I don't think they planned it that way. There's a strike. Grounded. Anderson. 1 away. New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Buick.
Pitch.
Yeah.
We were saying the likeness of that bobblehead. He did a really good job.
Struck out in the first inning. High fly ball, right field. And it's a foul ball. Let's see Bernie's form.
Just like it was.
Fly ball, shallow left. Jimenez makes the play for the second out. 1-0. He's a young.
It's refreshing to see somebody still have an idea about just hitting instead of just hitting the ball out of the ballpark. And there's another one. Off-speed pitch off the end of the bat, but if you're staying up the middle, you'll still continue to hit that ball. Fun guy to watch play. It sounds like an old-fashioned throwback, you said. I mean, to watch him when he comes to the plate. And
the shift, that's how you abolish the shift. You hit like that. Use the whole field. But then again, that plays against the fact that they build teams hit home runs, and he's not going to hit 30.
Doesn't strike out. You've got enough home run hitters. A perfect fit. It goes about and plays. Clint Frazier got a part.
High fly ball, right center. As Garcia makes the call and the catch. No runs a hit, 1 man left. 3 in the books, 4-1 Yankees. Grounded up middle. LeMahieu. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Happ could use a couple of those.
Yeah. Probably check back in the 7th and somebody will be mad. It's just the way it goes.
In the 2nd inning. Quiz.
Michael, I'm horrible at quizzes, but go ahead.
You should know this one. What happened 26 years ago today?
You know what?
Okay, as a Yankee, and you were 4 for 4. And you fell 1 home run short of the cycle. And you
oh yes, I do. Jimmy Abbott.
That's right. Let's take a look at
this place is pretty cool. No, because we opened up, if you'll remember, in the old Cleveland Stadium. That was my first American League game, and we
Rondon, 0-1. (0-2) on Rondon.
Won another fastball up in the strike zone here.
Swing and a miss. Dialed it up to 93. I'm grumpy already. They're done. Pitch is low to Adam Engel, doubled off the glove of Urshela in the 2nd inning. Three and 0. There's a strike, 3-1. Shows bunt. Ball 4. Ball got away. 1st and 2nd. 2 outs. And back to the top. Punch the other way. It's a base hit. That's going to go into the corner. Scoring is McCann. They're waving home Engel. And he will score. It's a 2-run double for Garcia. The walks come back to bite him. You know you're hot when you go 1 for 2 on your average drop from 514 to 513. Fly ball shallow center. On the run is Gardner, and he'll make the play for the final out. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 man left. And he offers it the first pitch. High pop-up, shallow center. Engel comes in, 1 pitch, 1 out. There's a strike. Looks like the rain has stopped at this point. Mentioned the Yankee backup catch. Swing and a miss. Romine down on strikes. The 0-1 to Gardner. 1-1. Against 14 different pitchers. The only pitcher he got twice, Jay Happ. Two and two on guard. Brett is hitting 188.
Now, you know, with the injury, he's been Preston playing center field every day.
High fly ball, right field. Garcia back, track, wall, leaps. See ya, home run for Gardner, and the Yankees lead 5-3.
You love to see a little hop.
Didn't put any eyewash on that at all. 1-1 on Judge. Judge reached on an east. One and two. And Judge down on strikes. But 4 and 5 in Chicago's order.
You really got to be careful here. Abreu, he's thrown some fastballs by him that you don't fall in love with it, and he's thrown a couple fastballs by him. Another one there. But he's not a young kid anymore, so that's to think that he'd be, you know, one of the guys that they trade away. Probably not. He's 32 years old.
6 big league season, Paul, and when they signed him, they signed a 6-year, $68 million deal.
Either, so not a lot of protection around him.
And there's a base hit in the center. And he also did something pretty smart. He had an opt-out after 3 years, so he bet on himself. So he opted out of the final 3 years of the deal.
Big name, fellas.
Pujols hit a home run today against the Cubs.
Trout still hurt?
Yep. One and one.
This is an inning that Jay Happ. That's the wind you could put in your back pocket. And he has not been his best, but he's gotten through to this point.
Hammered to right field, turning and looking is Judge, and that ball's in the seats for a home run. A 2-run shot for Alonso, and the game is tied at 5.
Again, left-hander against left-hander, first time up.
Not carry him onto the field, but instead carry him to the seats. Pitches high to Moncada.
Veteran pitcher, but again, his location's been just off a little bit. And third time through, got a break there. You know, he's starting to throw some more straight slab. The ball just would jump into the seats.
Grounded to short and under the glove of Gleyber Torres into left field. Looked like he was setting himself up to getting through a full 5 innings. Jonathan Holder leads off. The first pitch is way inside to Jimenez. Grounded foul. White Sox with 9 hits in 4+ innings against Happ. Runner goes. Fly ball deep center, backing up is Gardner, turning, looking, see ya! A home run for Jimenez, and it's 7-5 White Sox. It is his first big league home run, a 2-run shot off Holder.
Well, he'll remember.
McCann takes upstairs. 1-0.
See about that release. Relief of the first home run. See that arm come up?
He could not hold back his.
It's no cheapie.
You know, one thing. So yeah, there are definitely people that are out. It's just not doing the job in 2 blown saves. 3-2. Can fouls it away, still 3-2. Top of the 5th inning, 7-5 White Sox. Swing and a miss. McCann down on strikes. First out of the inning. So the line on Happ is now complete. Board. One and two. Swing and a miss. Rondon down on strikes, 2 away.
And having to come back again.
Strike to Engel, who has doubled and walked and scored a run. The 0-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Holder picks up 3 strikeouts, but he did give up that 2-run home run to Jimenez. Oh, for the Yanks. Luke Voigt will lead off against Giolito. And Giolito, when there is not a situation where he's pitching out of the 0-1. Good off-speed pitch, 0-2.
Oh, emergency hack there. Ball about 6 inches outside and still breaking.
Swing and a miss. 1 away. Go around the majors, brought to you by Dunkin', America's. There was a story in the Times regarding the Orioles, Chris Davis, and they because he really looks lost out there. But they still have 3 more years left on that contract. Check swing, slow roller to Abreu. He takes it himself, 2 away.
Yeah, that's a frustrating.
Swing and a miss by Bird. kind of a weak wave at that pitch, 0-2.
Comes slow. Last thing you want to do is kind of lunge out there.
One, two. Still 1-2. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, 7-5 White Sox.
You can look at his body language. He's just not happy. Well, it's a tough place to be as a hitter when you're ahead of the changeup and behind on the fastball.
You know what I'm seeing with him, Paul? He's usually very quiet when the ball is about. Strike three. Bird down looking. All right, we go to the sixth inning. Garcia leads off. 7-5 White Sox.
It's awesome. He's going to have to get a new shelf because it's getting crowded down there. Now it's, we got some big name, Bernie tonight, CC
Saturday.
Oh, that's right. So you got nothing to do.
Fly ball, center field. One down. Take a look at the White Sox in-game box score, brought to you by Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data. Tim Anderson takes a strike. Anderson in the third year of a 6-year. And he said, for me to be able to tell my mom this, to see the smile on her face was just priceless. He ended up buying her a very expensive car, and she said he almost gave me a...
There is something about the security that if anything ever happens, you have that to sit back on.
Ground ball at third. And Urshela guns him out. 2 away. One and 0. Popped up behind the plate. Out of play. One. Three and one. And Abreu works a walk with 2 outs. We'll probably have Herman behind him because Herman will not start until late next week. So that kind of gives you not quite an opener situation, but...
On Aaron Boone announcing that the starters for the Red Sox series are going to be Paxton and Happ, and because of the off day, that allows them a little bit of leeway. They skip him.
1-2. Friday in the Bronx?
Yeah, you could do that.
Fly ball left center. Gardner there makes the play, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And LeMahieu is 2 for 2. He'll lead off. Giolito deals low, 1-0.
Giolito, he's getting toward that pitch count.
Two and one on LeMahieu. 3 walks. 3 and 1 on LeMahieu. LeMahieu, Frazier, and Urshela. Yankees down by 2. And LeMahieu on base for the 3rd time tonight with a walk now.
You can set up a big inning that way also.
Well, how often do you see what Cooper's doing, Paul? He's charting the game. You never see that.
Yep.
Oh, strike. Still has life on that fastball. One in Buckton scored and a fly ball to right. Base hit, right field. Nice dance there by LeMahieu. Get out of the way, and he'll advance to second.
Again, we saw hints of this down in Houston, where Frazier is starting to take that ball away.
Jose Ruiz on the mound against Urshela. 1-0.
Ruiz is your typical modern era bullpen guy. Comes out. Hole for himself.
This is not 10 years ago.
I was just going to say the game has changed.
Chop foul outside of first. Lined into left center field. It is a base hit. LeMahieu rounds third. He will score. Stopping at second is Frazier. It's an RBI single for Urshela, and it's 7-6 White Sox. Romine does not pull back the bunt. Misses. 0-2, so they take the bunt off if it was on at all. Maybe he was doing that on his swing and a miss. And Romine down on strike. Pitch outside. Misses outside. 2-0. Get out righties and lefties. And Aaron Boone spoke about it in spring training and said that rule doesn't impact. Ground ball is short. Let's see if they turn two. There's one on to first, not in time. A nice save by Abreu. He saved the lead right there by keeping that ball from getting by him. What an odd delivery, Paul. It kind of holds the ball up for you to
I saw
see.
that first pitch. I'm like,
right there. 1-1. Wow. 2-1. 2-2. Three and two, so that runner goes. Foul back.
3-2, another off-speed pitch.
And that hits him. So he'll take first. Would have been ball four anyway on the in front of second base. There's a little bit of a sheen behind first base where the umpires. High fly ball left field. Jimenez makes a play, and that will do it. Yankees get a run on 2 hits, and the bases are left. Swing and a miss. Essentially, this game was started in.
You're going to hit the heavy stuff really late, and a day game tomorrow. Probably did the right thing by just starting, and you know it's going to be miserable for both teams.
2-2. Just misses. Home plate umpire John Tumpain.
There was a flinch there, wasn't there?
High fly ball left field. Frazier looking up into the rain, puts it away for the first out. That bag is probably soaked as well now.
It's a little wet out there, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is it true that when you put all the drying agent and it continues to rain, it gets a little sticky?
Yeah, it becomes a little worse if you've used it 2 and 3 times. Obviously, the mound in the batter's box.
That one is drilled out into left center field. Turning and looking is Gardner. See ya! A long home run for Jimenez. His second of the game, second of his career, and it's 8-6 White Sox.
He almost saw the relief after his first one, and you just know that he's in relax mode now. And this is some of the time.
Not doing what it's supposed to do. Holder comes on and gives up a 2-run home run to Jimenez. And then we're in the 7th inning. Fly ball, right field. Turning and looking is Judge. See ya! Another home run back-to-back as McCann goes yard. He goes Oppo Taco, and it's 9-6 White Sox.
Tell you what, this is with the White Sox. I mean, they can swing the bats. They don't pitch too well. They don't catch the ball too well. But you don't make pitches on them.